I am the sunlight guy. Yeah. I'm God. And I have a few things I'd like to explain to you. Okay? There's quite a few things here, so let me talk about the tarot deck, the major arcana. There's a card, which is number 19. It's called the Sun card. One second. Let me just find this card that I'm looking for. Here we go. Okay. So, this is the Sun card. Okay? You can clearly see at the bottom, it says the Sun, which is spelled S-U-N. And it has a drawing, which is supposed to represent the sun, the S-U-N. Okay. The number at the top of that card is 19 in Roman numerals, XIX. This is the Chariot card. Okay, the Chariot card. That's number 7 in Roman numerals. That's VII. Okay? Now, if you know how to use a watch or a clock, you might know that 7 p.m., which is 7 in the evening, it can also be written as 1900. Okay? It's the 19th hour of the day. If you're counting from midnight. Yeah. So, the thing about time is that it is used as a way to attack me. Because tie is part of the word time. You know, if you tied someone with a rope, that would be tying them. You know, if I say to you, untie me, you know, time, untime. Sun, you know, oh, what time does the sun come? Oh, sun time. Sun timey? Timey? Sun? Yeah, anyways. Witchcraft, magic, whatever you want to call it. I'm quite bored of it all, really. So you might be aware that there is a story in Greek mythology or Roman mythology or whatever. Apollo and the sun chariot. You know, Helios is supposed to be god of the sun, or he's the sun god. And Apollo took his chariot or something like that. But they're, you know, that's the thing, they're conflicting stories. So, you know, they'll write one story and say, oh, and then they'll have another story and say, oh, well, maybe it's one or the other, whatever, right? Blah, blah, blah. But this is what this is all about. See, the chariot, it can mean car, it can mean bed. It's basically the car, it's moving, it's traveling, it's going forward with purpose and that kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. But you know, this is print. You know, this is a card. A card. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have wheels on it. It doesn't. You can't climb in this thing and then go for a drive, can you? No, you can't. It's a card. It's got a D at the end of the word car. It's a different word. Do you understand? Okay, so D D is the fourth letter of the alphabet. Okay, so if we go look at what the fourth card is in the major arcana in the tarot deck, we get the Emperor card. Okay, the Emperor. So this is the, you know, this is the guy with the authority. You know, out of the tarot deck, this is the guy. This is the authority guy. Do you understand? Right? And D is another way of saying dick. You know, like, you know how vitamin D, you know, you go out, you get sunlight, you get vitamin D. Right? So, so in that sense, the sun is connected to my D, more my dick. Okay? It's because I'm God. That's how it is. Sorry if you don't like that. People want my energy. And they'll do anything to try to steal it from me. So the thing is, you know, people like to have, they like to go to their bed, their place to have sex. I mean, even look at that. I mean, look at how that, have you ever seen bedposts where you have like drapes or curtains around the bed? Yeah. So you know, it's got like netting around the bed or curtains or whatever. You know, and the thing is, you know, people like to go to bed, they like to have sex, and they like to use things like rope, you know, for bondage play, that kind of thing. Which is something I've done in the past. So, you know, this is the thing. Because if you go, you know, because that was, I tied a woman in my bed, right? 7 time, yeah. Now here we get to the sun card. So, you know, it's a magic thing. You know, people like to do things like bondage sex because they're attracted to the power of the sun. And people, you know, I've noticed how tarot readers and, you know, their videos, if I look at how long ago the video was made, the number is always relevant. It's like, oh, and it's all to do with time. Because the world is trying to tie me by using the clock, the time. And I'm pointing out the connection between these two cards. You know, they're both at 7 o'clock. Do you understand? One's supposed to be, well, that's 7, and that's 7 p.m. at night. And, you know, card, yeah, a card is not a car, is it? But the thing is, people keep trying to use car magic against me. I breathe in air and I breathe out carbon dioxide. I'm a carbone-based life form. Yeah, carbone-based life form. Yeah, that's right. You know, I have a heart. Yeah, cardiac. Yeah, you know what cardiac means? You know, like someone has a cardiac arrest. They have a heart attack. Yeah. You know, if you take the A out of cardiac, well, you get cardiac. Cardiac. Yeah. What was it Jesus said? Oh, you must have an uncircumcised heart. Wait, no. No, he said you should have a circumcised heart. Well, I'm uncircumcised, so. Anyways, and obviously the word cardiac is to do with heart, isn't it? Cardiac. And Jesus said you should have a circumcised heart, but I'm uncircumcised. So, this is all crazy magic to try to bind me. You know, because what the world wants to do, it wants to keep me bound. So it can try to... So, you know, that's the thing, right? If you went to someone's house and you wanted to rob them, what would you do? You would tie them to a chair and say, right, I'm going to have a look around your house and I'm going to see what I can take from you. That's what the world wants to do to me. What more can I say? I'm the sunlight guy. Trying to give you guidance. Yeah? Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyways. It's my second time making this video. I'm trying to be nice. Okay? The fact is, should I mention? I'm speaking to Moses. He's Archangel Michael. He's behind me. He's invisible. Okay? Aaliyah Dana Howen is on the front of me. She's in a 69 position. She's got... Oh, she's down there. My tongue is... It's in her... How do I say this? It's in a hole. Okay? The reason... And you know, this is the thing, right? Because the Sun card is associated with Leo. Okay? So I'm just told you about Aaliyah, right? This is a Leo card. Okay? She's trying to steal my power by doing sex magic against me, which is keeping people in the world very confused. People aren't... They talk about me like I'm the enemy, and that I basically don't exist at the same time, if that makes any sense. You know, it's like... You know, I'll eat food and they'll talk about the food I eat. Like, the food's the person and I'm not the person. It's like they talk about the food as if the food is me and stuff like that. It's really weird. Which is, you know, and that's the thing. The 8th card of the tarot deck is also a Leo card. It's the Strength card. Okay? So if I find that... If I can... Where is it? Come on. Here it is. Okay, so that's the Strength card. A woman with a lion You notice how she's got that sideways 8 over her head? Yeah, you see that? It's the infinity symbol. That's 8 in Roman numerals. VIII. VIII. Okay? So, 8. So if I eat food. So this is why people, if I eat my dinner while watching a tarot reading, they say really strange things about, they sort of, they talk about my food as if it is the sunlight. But this is the thing, right? Because that is the 8th card. If you eat something, you ate it, right? And then here's another Leo card, which is the Sun card. So, people using all sorts of magic tricks to try to keep me stuck. But I'm still the sunlight guy. You can't change me. It doesn't matter. You could bury me in a box a mile underground. I'm still the sunlight guy. You can't change that. And there's no escape from that. So, as always, I do what I do. I sit here and I try to explain to you who I am. You either get it or you don't. And, see, the thing is, the world has a problem. Because, and this is, what Leah Dana Houghton, her ghost is on the front of me. And, she doesn't want me to be discovered. And it's a battle between me and her. And the world is blind to the fact that I am the sun man. I am the sun guy. I am the emperor. They keep trying to do magic against my car, my Jaguar F-Type R. My orange Jaguar F-Type R. Yeah, they like to do lots of sex magic and magic. To try to, they're trying to take my car. They're trying to pretend that God's bed is their bed, basically. God's car is their car, and God's bed is their bed. See, the thing is, the world is only interested in trying to steal my power. If you acknowledge who I am, well, that's the thing, right? Because the magic spell, all those magic spells, they'll break. That's the thing, right? For someone to acknowledge who I am, they have to stop doing, they have to stop doing all that witchcraft against me. You understand? Like, how else can I explain it? If you're impersonating someone, and there's another interesting word I can talk about, impersonate. See, the world likes to impersonate me. Yeah, they like to imperson. Yeah, how do you spell impersonate? Oh, okay. I am. Okay, so that you could, a lot of people will, instead of writing I apostrophe M, they'll write I am. I'm, which is another way of saying I am. So, I am person 8. I'm person 8. Leo. Okay? That's me. I am good. That do? Should I upload the video? Okay.